All right, this is for all the people who chronically have low back pain. I'm going to make this quick and simple, okay? A lot of times your low back pain is causing compensations in the front of your body. So the low back is so tight that now you just overstretch and kind of mess up all of the abdominal muscles here. So what we're going to do here is start to change the pressure relationship in the pelvic floor and in the abdominals so that your body can actually support itself from the spine and deep abdominal muscles better. So this is for people who have pelvic floor issues. This is for people who constantly have a tight growing, tight hip flexors, a tight low back. Right, this is pretty much for people that do sports and also for people that tend to sit too much, right? These muscles are going to be tight. So what we're gonna do is a little abdominal reset. So we're gonna go ahead and take, now for me, I like to use this ball, right? It's a sand ball, but you don't have to do that. You can get a rolled up towel here. Yeah, we're gonna get the belly button, right? So I'm just gonna put the rolled up towel here and lay on it, right? So I'm here, and you can actually fold it over more if you need it, but you're just looking for some feedback and pressure to go inside of the towel, and I'm right on my belly button. All right, so let's get to that and I'll explain everything. All right, so what we're doing here is releasing and letting go of some of the pressure that's in here. This is a major pressure center. This is where your abdominal muscles are. This is where your organs are. This is close to where your pelvic floor is. There's a lot of pressure in this area. There is good pressure, there's bad pressure, and there's compensation pressure, right? But what we want to do is balance out this area, because for the most part, we have an overextended abdomen because our low back is so tight. So if we actually change the pressure relationship inside of here, we can actually get the low back to calm down, because now it doesn't have to compensate as much. And we also get a decent amount of fluid moving around in this area. And when the fluid starts to balance itself out, the pressure in your body starts to change, the pressure on your pelvic floor starts to change, the muscles you have strength access to changes, even your breath and your calmness and your demeanor start to change, because this area is very, very powerful. It's actually where you began, right? You started out at a belly button and you connected into your mother from there, and all of the nutrients you ever got were from that area, right? So you started from there. This is a major highway for your body, but never do we really pay attention to it, and most people are ashamed of the bloating or the fat that they have in that area. So we want to make sure that, you know, in this practice here, we're practicing relaxing into this place, but we see that it has so much benefits mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever you want to say. So many different benefits just from laying on a ball, a towel, right, in this area. So all we're doing here, you can get a gentle rock side to side, you can move down a little bit, and again, you want to make sure that your side of my nose itches so much, I don't know why. You want to make sure that you can relax into it, so you don't want to be holding your breath, right? And we're just relaxing into this area. Now usually I'll stay here, me personally, I'll do like 5 minutes, because this is definitely an area for me. I tend to stand a lot, and I push my hips forward, so I have that anterior pelvic tilt. I don't try to correct the pelvic tilt, but what I do is I balance out the pressure from here, and my back just feels better. Like it just feels better. And a lot of times I cook for like 12 hours, 2 times a week. So when I'm doing that, my back just hurts from standing in the same position. So this is something that I come to all of the time for low back stuff. And also, if I'm feeling like a bit of stomach discomfort, I will come to this to help move things along in here. And it's very, very, very simple to do, obviously. And you can start to feel where you need it the most, right? Like for me, it's not really in the middle anymore, it's on the sides. So I'm just getting the sides, kind of rolling up and down, not moving too much, too fast, but you know, just giving some gentle movement in here. And you feel free to explore around in this area, because you may find directly where I was right on the belly button is not for you, but maybe a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher. That's what we're doing here. So we're just exploring around, right? And mostly lower, because the next part we're gonna move it up higher by the diaphragm and upper abs. And this tends to help people out so much, especially if you have shallow breathing, if you feel anxious, like the upper abs. And don't be afraid that, you know, you might even start feeling emotional during some of this. The fascia stores emotions from the body, so if you didn't complete a full emotional cycle, what's going to happen is it's going to get stored somewhere, and it gets stored somewhere in your body. Sometimes that's that constant clenching in your jaw. Sometimes it's the tension in your eyes and your hands and your nose. Sometimes it's the tension in your low back, right? So emotions can be stored different places, and doing simple work like this may bring them up. So now you're processing them, because an emotion is physical. It's energy in motion, right? And when that emotion isn't fully expressed, it'll get stuck. And stuck in the body means clenching, holding tension, right? So when things are clenching and holding tension, it's disrupting the entire flow of your body, thus making it hard to do whatever it is that you are trying to do. Okay, all right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the upper abs. So lower abs, low back should be feeling probably pretty nice right now. Like I just laid to the side and it just adjusted my neck. Like it happens all the time where, like, you know, after you kind of do that, everything feels a bit more free to move around. So we're gonna go diaphragm. So if you feel where your rib cage is and then those upper abs, right? That's where the ball or the towel is gonna go. And I'm here and I'm just laying there. I'm gonna come down first, so I'm right underneath the rib cage, and then you can do the same thing, kind of move side to side and see what you need there. And for me, it's like, yeah, pretty much everything. So this is like the stomach area is the place where I think I hold a lot of tension, and I'm getting rid of that day by day, and it feels great. So here you're just looking for an area. Like right now I found one. I didn't want to stay here, but you know, that's what we're here for, getting rid of the areas. If you're going to run away from the pain, then it's probably an unprocessed emotion that you're just not willing to and ready to process right now. Sometimes you might start to get very angry, you might start to cry, you might start to feel guilt, shame, resentment when you do these things, because again, if an emotion was stored there, it's likely that it's going to come out to some degree in order for you to change this area. So yeah, don't be surprised if anything like that happens to you. Just let it process if you're willing to do it at this time, right? Like, I don't know, for me, like I'll do this and I just start feeling like disgust. I don't know, like things that I've done that are like, oh, I couldn't believe you did that. I can't believe you do that. Like disgust kind of comes up for me in this area. I forget what emotions are here right now. I'm trying to focus on breathing. But for me, that's just what comes up there. I'm just like, you disgust me. Like that's what it feels like when I'm in this upper ab area, especially on the right side. Yeah, that's what comes up for me. Yeah, I have noticed like yawning, and like there have been times where people are burping and farting and releasing gas when they go to this area, again because you're working with pressure, and that pressure creates different things inside of your body, but it's totally normal for that stuff to kind of be going on. So don't be surprised if that happens. Just know it's normal. I'm just switching over to my other side. See what's over here. Yeah, over here it's not really too much up top. It's mostly a little bit lower and toward the middle. So I'm just riding this one out. This one's not so bad. Definitely not as bad as the other side. lot of times I might spend, again, like we probably are spending maybe about 10 minutes here, but like I'll spend 10 minutes lower, 10 minutes upper, and just kind of going around and kind of clearing this stuff out. And you start to notice that not only do you feel like lighter, like physically like moving around, but energetically you feel lighter, just because it doesn't feel like you're carrying as much stuff anymore. Like you don't feel like you're carrying luggage anymore. And the thing is that before you do this, you don't even realize that there was that much tension and stuff in there, right? Oh yeah. And just breathe your way through this stuff. You may even notice like a shaking happening, like a couple times when I've done this. Like I've been in the hip flexors and then my whole leg would like start shaking in the very, very beginning. So it happens from time to time, but it's rare. It'll happen after a long time. But now it seems I got rid of a lot of that stuff. But again, when you're in this stuff, when we're doing this, we're processing things inside the body, and we're processing emotion, and emotion is energy in motion. And when that energy in motion gets stuck in one place, it's still moving around, but in a short space. So it's constantly contracting and contract, relax, contract, relax, contract, relax. And what we're doing here is we're getting it to just relax, and also have the ability to still contract, but get it to relax and not be so tense and uptight all the time. That's what we're doing when we're trying to communicate, getting rid of pressure and getting rid of tension whenever we're doing any sort of myofascial release, right? We're working with the nervous system, and then we're also pushing fluids around, helping with the lymph system, helping with the fascial system as well, right? So that's what we're doing when we're rolling around on the ball. And yeah, okay, I know that I could keep going forever, and maybe you could too, but now I just want you to come up, maybe sit down. Like for me, like my hips feel so much more open. Like, yeah, they just feel so much more open. I'm able to stand up like tall easier. Usually I have to like use my muscles to do that, and right now I'm up tall and I'm not using much effort to be there. It just feels like my body wants to be there rather than hunched down. And I just feel lengthened out in this whole midsection right here. Like it's usually somewhat like poured out like this, right? But now it's like even sucked back, and yeah, I can just feel the pressure change. And like if I take a deep breath, like it's just nice. So yeah, that is some abdominal work. Now there are so many other different things that like different explanations I could have given you, but I'm sure now that you've experienced some of the abdominal work, you realize like, hey, if I even just do that, I can feel so much better physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because you feel just lighter in all of those aspects just by doing something with your body. And that's what I teach people how to do: energetically, physically, spiritually, emotionally feel lighter just by using different techniques through the body. Very simple techniques that you used a towel maybe, for crying out loud. It's not that hard. It's just that we haven't ever been taught. So because we haven't ever been taught, we think that it's out of the realm of possibility for us, when that's totally not the case. You can always improve and get better with this stuff. You just got to know what you're doing and where to do it. And here I'm opening up a space for people to really dial in and hone in on that, so that you can actually feel better. Because selfishly, I have kids. I want people to feel better so that the world is best for my kids. Like that's really for my kids and my wife. Like I want the people that interact with them to be not carrying around so much physical and emotional baggage, if you will. And I'm helping them do that by these videos, and I'm doing it for myself so I don't project all of that stuff onto them as well. So that's why I do this stuff. selfishly is to make the world better for my family and for myself, so that when we interact with each other, in a way that makes sense, and not one that's just doesn't make sense, which is a lot of the transactions that we do in 2026 right now. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope that this was informational, and I hope you guys got some actual physical benefit out of it. Definitely stand up, move around, like, oh yeah, the spine feels good.